Hello and welcome to Martin Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei and you're watching the morning forecast show. We're live every single day, 2 hours before the opening bell, 1 hour before Martin goes live. And yesterday, what a day it was, down 20%, 25%. We caught the bottom. We're up today. XRP's up from the levels that we bought last night, 23%. I'm going to tell you all about it, how to win, what not to do now. Don't revenge trade. If you missed it, you missed it. If you won, you won. Let's get into it. There's plenty of other stories today as well. We're looking at crypto stocks, AI, software companies, Amazon earnings yesterday. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's get straight into the show. If you have just tuned in, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. There is a poll running in the live chat as well. Let's get into it. I'm going to turn this into a video as well. So here we go. Breaking news on Martin Lucas Investor. Yesterday was a terrible day for the markets, but we love the bad days in the market because we can bring our averages down or up. From in my case, my average for XRP was about 50 cents. I bought more yesterday and the day before, so my average has gone up. But either way, averages don't matter. Red days mean you can buy, especially if there's massive opportunity. And we were looking at the XRP chart. I shared it with the newsletter subscribers. I went live extra yesterday to bring it to you as well. The 200-day moving average, the level around $1.11 is the level that could be the local bottom. We are up over 25% or around 25% from those levels. And now I'm going to tell you what not to do. Don't revenge trade. What I'm doing now, how to turn a loss into a win. Let's get straight into it. So this was XRP, the day after the crash. We went down to our 200-day moving average. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. And now we're at resistance. So let me just tell you quickly what my trade was. And I shared this in the newsletter private community as well. First link in the description. I've been talking about yet today I talked about the position I opened at $1.13. I closed it because it was a long position, it was a leverage position, it was a level that I was expecting a big bounce. And yesterday I said XRP basically just hit its 200-day moving average. The local bottom could be in, just bought more. This was at $1.15. I put that post out. But remember what I keep telling you. These levels that are important in charts, especially when it's a really important level like the 200-day moving average, lining up with other support, those are the levels traders try to front run. So I always say a couple cents extra, I'll pay for it because I don't mind. If I think there's going to be a strong bounce, it doesn't matter where I buy. So I bought at 115, 116, 114, 111. That turned into my trade because the bounce came, and today I sold that specific position. I am looking for further lows later this year, but I am expecting this to be the local bottom. That doesn't mean to say we can't, let's get rid of that trade because that was successful, that hit the target, we can get rid of that. That doesn't mean to say we can't come back and double bottom or have a slightly higher low. There might be another opportunity in play there, but I think this will be the local bottom for some time, unless the stock market crashes, unless Bitcoin crashes. But my assessment is, as I put out yesterday when we were at these low prices, I think the local bottom is in. Later this year, I think we'll flush to $1 later, lower levels, maybe 80 cents, maybe even 50 cents if we have a recession and all those things. But for now, I think the local bottom's in. We can see a W structure, or we can just blast through some of these resistance levels as well. Remember, this what I took here for me was a trade. For others, it could be an addition to your portfolio. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what your strategy. My strategy is when I expect a bigger bounce, I will take it as a trade. Sometimes I buy these levels, and as I explained to you my strategy yesterday, I've got two scenarios. Very simple, very, very simple. Two scenarios. I buy at specific levels, and the bounce holds. If it's a big bounce within a day, as I told you yesterday, 25%, 20%, 30%, 40%. If I'm on leverage, that was obviously a 60% bounce from yesterday. I can take short-term profit. So I buy at these levels. If we get a strong reaction at these levels, I can take short-term profit. Scenario two, if it doesn't hold, well, I don't mind. I like XRP as a long-term asset, so I've bought some more XRP, and if it continues lower, I'll try to do the same at the next level. So two scenarios. What played out? Well, What was more likely to play out was that sudden bounce on that important level. Therefore, I took the profits. However, if we broke lower, I would just buy more at the next level and see if I can do that trade. So very simple trading strategy. Key levels determined by charts. And as you can see, the charts obviously work. Um, key levels at charts, I buy. If it's going to be a strong bounce, I might sell. If I don't, if I have enough XRP, I might sell. And then if it does break lower, I just buy more at the next level. So let's go through that. I'm going to answer all your questions as well as what not to do now. So yeah, that was all shared on here. XRP just hit its 200-day moving average. This was when XRP was at $1.16. I put this post out. The local bottom could be in, just bought more. And then over here, I said I bought a little more XRP. So I was building that position, $1.14, $1.16, $1.12, 200-day moving average. Remember, a couple cents above because everyone front runs the trade. And then I closed my long position today, but I still have my other buys I've made at different levels on the way down as well. I have added to my long-term position as well. So that's what I've done. That's how I turned a losing day into a winning day. That's why the crypto market is very different to the stock market. You can't use the same stock market thesis in the crypto market because it's much more volatile. Anyway, let me tell you about some things I discussed yesterday, but I just want to go over it again today so people don't lose. I don't want anyone losing, and these are the main reasons people lose. 97% of day traders lose money. So if you're trying to trade it every second of the day, every little opportunity you're trying to trade, 97% of you lose. Don't bother day trading. My strategy is a bit different. Yes, there is some trades involved in it, but the trades, like the leverage trades, are a small amount of my portfolio. I only implement them when there's a high conviction play. I do it in a way that most of the time, if I buy it and it goes lower, I just buy more. I don't tend to leverage trade that much. I just buy at specific levels. If it goes high enough the next day, I sell. If not, I add to my long-term position. It's very simple. If you are trading, keep it simple. But most people that day trade are losing. Most people that just buy for their long-term position will win. Leverage trading magnifies losses faster than gains, so be very careful if you are leverage trading. You need highly experienced to do that. Retail investors buy the dip too early, so people were buying at $2.30, $2.60, $2. They were buying too early. Now I think is a better opportunity. People might be FOMOing today. FOMO leads to higher losses. Be careful. FOMO-driven trades lead to more losses. Selling winners too early, holding losers too long, another main mistake in many people's portfolios. Also, panic selling. Some people panic sold yesterday at $1.10. Please be careful about panic selling as well. Don't panic sell. Or I'm not telling you what to do, but panic selling locks in permanent losses. So please be careful. Those are some of the key ways people go wrong. I told you my way of trading, and it's worked for me. If you do want the newsletter to get all my insights, all my private messages to the community, all my one-on-one DMs, the portfolio challenge, the daily newsletter, the one-on-one service, all of that is in the newsletter. I've put it in the first link in the description. There is a free plan. There is a premium plan. You can get 1 week free trial as well. There is the link to it. So I'm going to answer some questions, and unfortunately today I'm going to have to end the stream earlier as I have an appointment I need to head to. So I apologize about that. But if you have any questions, I'm going to go through all the questions. In fact, I'm going to put it in members only mode. Let's go into members only mode. How do I do this again? Why can't I find it? Who can comment? No. Members, there we go. Okay. All members. We are in members only mode now. You can ask any questions, and then unfortunately I'll have to end the show earlier today. First one here. Hello, Ricardo. Lovely to have you here. Sensei, do you have any update on the Iran-US talks? No, it's very hard to get updates from that. We never know what's going on behind the scenes. We never know. Are they coming to the table? Is the US actually coming to the table? Is it all for show? Is it not for show? I don't know. No one knows. There's no real updates coming out there at the moment. Oh, Stephen Lundowski's here. Good morning. Lovely to have you here, Stephen Lundowski, our oil trader. How are you doing today, Stephen? Dan is here. Good morning, Sensei. Hello, David. Darren Brown says good afternoon, Sensei. Hello, Darren Brown. Yolanda says good morning, all. Yeston is here. Did I put an end to that video? If I didn't put an end to that video, let me put an end. So that was my full strategy. If you want to see more, what I put out yesterday, go over there. Over here will be another video, and down here will be the newsletter link. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. That's going to make it difficult. I don't know if I put an end to that video. Yolanda said, hi, hit the like button on your way in. Thank you, Yolanda. Jamie Reese says good afternoon. Slim Jim says good morning, Sensei. Mayfly say a bit of a recovery today. Are we going to get another dump? I hope so. I've already bought. Development Alert is here. Lovely to have Zach in the show, our charity partner. Darren Brown says smash the like button. Rhino says hi, everyone. Nice call yesterday, Sensei. Thank you, Josh Monroe. What an amazing member. Josh Monroe's been here from the beginning as well. Josh Monroe, a big supporter. Thank you for your comment. Really appreciate it. Good prices for my birthday. Kelandros, happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat?
Until one day, a young man catches fire.
Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for Kelandros, 1986? Kelandros, we wish you a happy birthday. There's a little bit of Phoenix for you. Kelandros, can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for Kelandros? Happy birthday, Kelandros. Lovely to share this day with you. Good price for your birthday. That's a great birthday present. Hi, rise and dump before the weekend, says David. Yeah, it's going to be volatile. The trade has been taken 30% in a day. Can't complain. Ninja Cowboy, good. Actually, with the leverage, it was about 80%. But either way, I don't sort of tell people to use leverage. So without leverage, 25%. Ninja Cowboy, good morning, everyone. Shane says, might buy today. Let's see what the opening bell brings. Yeah, these are still great places for long term. I mean, we probably will go lower. We probably will capitulate this later this year. There probably will be better prices, but Bitcoin hit 60,000 yesterday. I mean, that's incredible. XRP hit $1.10. I mean, those are brilliant prices. Yes, it can probably go lower, but they're not awful levels. Let me get rid of. Saying whatever price I bought, waiting for £10, says Wayne. William Meyer says, good morning, everyone. Hong says, morning, lovely. Lucas says, Kevin is back for the race. Dan says, went to buy fuel this morning, looked at XRP and it was bang on 0.91. I quickly bought the dip. Good luck to you, Dan. Another win, not XRP. See Discord and Electrum. Martyn has posted another win. We will look forward to. I'm going to go check that out as well later when I finish this stream. That's on Electrum, and so you can become an Electrum member and see all of Martyn's trades. You can also become a Discord member, which is only a few dollars, and you can get all of Martyn's trades and the community and the live stage events, all of that. Dan Ackerman says, did you say that there's resistance at 138? Yeah, there is resistance at 138. Yes. We can blast through it. We can act as resistance. It was a good level for me to sell. But yeah, there is resistance at 138. And I'm talking dollars here. Hungover Star says, when does your chart course come out in the newsletter? There has been a delay with that, considering all the things going on in my personal life and all the other features coming out. So we are expecting it to be in the next couple weeks, Hungover Star. So there's not a long left now. Jamie Reese says, all the best for Mini Sensei. Thank you, Jamie Reese. Oh, you already know what it's about. Thank you, Jamie Reese. Hopefully everything's good. Paul D says, good morning. RB fun. I think everything's good. You always have to have a positive mindset. It's probably more precautionary stuff. RB Fun Time says, good morning, Sensei, happy Friday. Thomas says, hi all. Sir Joey says, good morning. Dan says, good afternoon. Yolanda says, happy birthday. Vizali says, what to expect between today and Monday in your opinion? Low liquidity on the weekend. I mean, I wouldn't expect too much, really. I don't know. I don't give short-term predictions, really, unless we're at a key level, and then we can take a trade. But who knows? Volatility, sideways action, dumps, pumps. Just be prepared for it all. What do I personally expect? Oh, I wouldn't expect a whole lot. Maybe just a continuation of a recovery slash sideways movement. I wouldn't expect a lot over the next few days. Hungover Star says happy birthday. Dan says happy birthday. Paul says happy birthday. Wilfredo says happy birthday. Stephen Lewandowski says happy birthday. Nicholas says happy birthday. Mayfly says happy birthday, kid. Karen says happy birthday. Yesin says, well, that's going to be fun. I know what you're talking about. 4541 says celebrates. Zion says Sensei chat. We are up. Yes, Zion. Chat. We are up. We are up today on the market. Should I buy XRP? Now, to Thomas, I don't give financial advice. Do what's right for you. Sensei's Hampton today. What have I done differently? I just wake up like this. Huang, is it Kevin, right? I don't know what you mean. But I appreciate it though. Zion says, happy birthday, chat. RB Funtime says, average from 217 to 150 on XRP with dip last night. RB, look at that. Your average has come down massively. Again, it's not all about averages, but it essentially means that you've bought the dip and you don't have to wait for it to go as high to be in profit. So RB, congratulations, mate. Zion is RB was busy yesterday. God, average from 270 down to 150. That is impressive. That required some capital, doesn't it? Congratulations, RB. Martyn says you have all the support from me and the team. Take all the time you need, Sensei, for you and your family. Martyn is the best person you can ask for in this situation. He is so supportive. He always puts the family, the Lucasades, me, the team first. Vaz, Casey, it's always the team first, the family first, the community first, and then Martyn thinks about himself. So Martyn, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Fizali Alza says thank you. Kelanjos says thanks to everyone for the birthday wishes. Yes, we're a great team. RB has given the thumbs up. Brilliant. So let's have a quick look through the charts today, and then we'll end the show on the hour. So XRP up 13% on the day. That's from when the midnight close was. If we're actually looking at it from where we bought yesterday, I mean, go and look. The evidence is in the live stream yesterday. The evidence is in the newsletter yesterday. If we take the average, it's probably around 113. We're up about 22% on XRP without leverage. That's without leverage. Bitcoin went all the way down to 60. Pretty good buy for Bitcoin as well. Loaded up on some Bitcoin. Silver is obviously topped out, and now it's looking for a level to hold and then maybe a recovery further. Ethereum up 5%. Ethereum is not really at levels I want to really be buying. I have bought some Ethereum, but Ethereum would be... Guys, I think there's going to be a secondary dip. I think Bitcoin is going to stabilize and not go down as much. I think Bitcoin might go up to, let's say, 70,000, 74,000, something like that. And then the next time Bitcoin comes back to 60,000 for a double bottom, maybe, that's when altcoins will break down one final time. And that's when we can see Ethereum head down in the low thousands. That's when we can see XRP dip below $1. But is that going to happen next week or 3 months from now or 8 months from now? I think it'll be some point this week. So I have powder dry. I have money in different areas where I can put into the crypto market if we do get another correction. Gold up 2.5%. The S&P 500 having a little recovery as well. I am expecting the S&P 500 to enter some sort of downtrend as well, down maybe 10%. Coming back to this long-term levels we've been looking at. Remember this upward sloping parallel channel. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know we drew this back in February of 2023 when we came out of that bear market. Every time we've dropped into these this parallel channel on the S&P 500, we are looking for a bottom, especially when we drop below it. That's when we know the capitulation is occurring. that level for the S&P 500 would be another. First level will be about 5% down. The next level will be about 8% down. The final level will be about 10% down. So I am expecting maybe a 10% down on the S&P 500. FTSE is up near all-time highs. Nasdaq is up 0.6%. Nasdaq will probably break down faster than the S&P 500. Remember, the S&P 500 includes a lot of value stocks, and what we're expecting is maybe more of the technology software sector, which will be in the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 to bring the markets down. Again, that could be next week. That could be a few weeks from now as well. What else do we have? We've got, the crypto market. XRP is leading those gains. XDC is also leading those days. Quant is also up today, 16%. Zcash up 13%. Flare up 10%. Yeah, I've told you what altcoins are bought in the newsletter as well. So let me have a final look at the comment section, and then let's end the video. The show, and then Martyn will be back in half an hour. Sensei feels optimistic. Rob Brennan says, "Hi Sensei, I have a question. Do Bitcoin ETFs and derivatives negative affect the price discovery and ruin the scarcity argument?" No, they don't. They add to it. So when we have ETFs, essentially most of these ETFs, the ETFs, there's spot ETFs and then there's leveraged ETFs. The spot ETFs, which is probably if I'm going to buy Bitcoin and I was in the US, I would be buying the ETFs. Unfortunately, here in the UK, some of them are available in ISAs, Bitcoin and Ethereum, but when it comes to the 4th of April, you're going to be forced to sell them, or you can no longer be allowed to buy them because they're too risky, even though you can buy 3x leverage MicroStrategy on an ISA, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, so Bitcoin spot ETFs, I think that they're great. Again, am I the biggest fan of Bitcoin? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Bitcoin spot ETFs, essentially, when you buy the ETF, there is the people behind whoever the person offering this product is will have to buy Bitcoin and put it into institutional storage. So it makes it rarer. And there's less Bitcoins available on out there if people buy ETFs. And remember, with ETFs, it's easier for advisors to be able to advise on it. It's easier for fund managers to put it into their funds. It's easier for retirement funds to include Bitcoin. So essentially, over time, we do expect it to be a net positive for anything that has an ETF. So I don't think it ruins the scarcity argument. It actually adds to the fact it's going to be more scarce. Good morning, everyone, says Stevie. Keep an eye out for Sunday and Iran news. There could be another dip on Sunday. Thank you, Stevie. Rob Brennan says, "I think you'll be able to buy it on Innovative Finance ISA." Right? Yes, I think that's correct. That is correct, but not many places offer that at the moment. Let me see. I was looking into this the other day. Crypto ETNs and ISA accounts to comply. Yeah. HMRC has announced a future change to tax rules that will affect this. This is a new rule, and what happens after April the 6th. To comply with new HMRC rules, will be required to sell any crypto ETNs positions that remain in your Trading 212's ISA. So if you're on a Trading 212 ISA and you have a crypto ETN, on the 6th of April, they will sell it. So that's what's going to happen there. But any platform will have to sell them unless they offer an innovative finance ISA, but they're hard to find. So yeah, innovative finance ISA, you can keep it in there. Normal stocks or shares ISA, you can't keep it in there. That is what I've got. Poor man, Rich man. I'll let Martyn comment on that when he comes live. XRP trying to push through 137 resistance. Yeah, it can certainly do it. It can certainly. I mean, there was a lot of shorts, and as I said, we can push through it, but that was a level of resistance for me. If we break through that, now my 135 buys that are bought on XRP are now in the profit. So if it breaks through, brilliant. I'm still in the game. I've still got my 135s in. Again, I'm not talking about tax lots because in the UK they don't really mean much because of the fact that we can different tax accounting system. I'm just saying I've bought at 135 as well, so I'm still now benefiting from the fact that 137 is higher than 135. So I am still now benefiting from my previous buys, but the buys at 110, I am now in obviously taking that trade. Copper is the only thing I'm mega bullish on at the moment for Brennan. That's our first buy. Again, it's down, but who cares? I think I bought it on Monday. Obviously, the market's come down. I'm now down £44 on the stocks and shares ISA. Am I going to buy right now? Again, no. But if it goes lower, yeah, I will add to the pie that I've created. So yeah, I'm bullish on copper as well. But again, it's a medium long term position. Got early access to Robinhood ISA, giving me 2% match. No way. Yes, and how the hell have you done that? How did you know? How do you know you've got the access? 2% match. Go. What is going on? How have you done that? I don't have a notification of that. Oh, open a stock share and get £400 cash bonus up to 5th of April. Is that it? Oh, here we go. Open a stocks and shares ISA. Get up to a £400 cash bonus. Earn 2% cash bonus on your eligible contribution from your linked bank account until 5th of April. Pay no tax on your profits. Your money is also covered by FCS protection. Add up to 20,000 this year and get a 400 cash bonus if you use your full ISA allowance. So if you deposit, yeah, if you deposit 20,000, um you will get a £400 match. Interesting. Interesting. Not sure what that means for me really. I'm on trading 212. Do I swap over? Probably not. Any interest in picking up SBC at the bottom of these barrel prices? Yeah, there is some interest, but again, I'm not it's not going to be a large part of my portfolio, but certainly there is an interest risk reward. I mean, most likely they go bankrupt, but the fact they're priced at these levels is pricing in bankruptcy more than I would imagine. So, yeah, I think it's a great risk reward. Again, I haven't done full research on it. Had a limit order on Robinhood at 112 and it hit 121, so it didn't go through. Really, Stone? That's really annoying. I always try and if there's a strong level, I always go a few cents above it. So if my chart says 110, I'll be buying at 114, 115, 116, 113, whatever. But yeah, that's a lesson to learn, isn't it, Stone? I wouldn't revenge trade. It doesn't matter. There's always opportunities in the market. Rob Brennan says, why do you think Ethereum got hit so hard? Is it considered an altcoin? It's definitely everything's considered an altcoin. Altcoin means anything apart from Bitcoin. Ethereum, I don't think it got hit harder than it should have. I mean, it's just got hit the same amount. I mean, Bitcoin. I wouldn't say Ethereum got hit hard. It got hit the same as anything would in a bear market. Jamie Reese says I've got an email to UK ISA within Robinhood. I need to check my emails, don't I?
I can't believe this.
Nemesis 589 has become a member.
Thank you for becoming a member. I don't see the bonus for a transfer from another ISA. Yeah, Jamie Reese. That's what I was hoping for, and a transfer bonus rather than a get it from your bank account and put it in. That's the annoying part. I have to read through the terms and conditions. Transfers from Robinhood individual investing account. Yeah, as well as so if you transfer from your investing account or if you transfer from other providers, you will not earn the 2% bonus. It's only if you do it from your bank account, which is really annoying. I didn't see the bonus yet. It doesn't exist, Jamie. I got early access to on Robinhood UK stocks and shares ISA. Wadey says I've got early access to ISA Robinhood. There is also competition to win money as well. Nemesis is a bronze member. Lessons learned for me too, Stone. Missed out on the XRP local bottom by 0.02p last night. Yeah, Wadey, that is what the terms and conditions say. Anyway, guys, this isn't. If this was a really important stream like last night, I would be back. I would try to do my best. I would have gone live early. But this yesterday was important. The days that are red is when we dig the trenches. Today we're green. We're already positioned. We've taken the trade. It's there. It's done. So I wish you guys all the best of luck. I do have to end the show now. Martyn will be live later on. I'm going to go to the extra channel. I'm going to send to the extra channel. And what that will mean is when Martyn's live in about 20 minutes, he will be sharing the link there as well for you guys. So go to the extra channel, continue the conversation, talk about your trades on XRP yesterday. I would love to see everyone in there. I'll try and pop in as well. Let me give the link. And then Martyn will follow. Let me save that. Just checking my messages because my wife will tell me when we have to leave. Okay. I'm still going to answer any questions, so keep the questions coming. I am going to answer the questions before I end the show. Okay. Super annoying, isn't it, Dan? Like Sensei said, always going to be more opportunity. Yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, we all have done things in the past where we might not have bought the bottom. We FOMO'd in this, that, and the other. But in reality, it's probably going to go lower than my buys at 111 at some point. So if I buy here, then what's the point? I've already bought at 135 earlier this week. And there's always opportunities. There's always a bull market somewhere in the market. So you always get opportunities. So don't FOMO in, don't feel sorry. Just learn as a mistake. Just what was the mistake? Was it you tried to get an extra 2 cents? Don't do that again. If there's a strong level of support like the 200-day moving average, I always buy a few cents above because people front run trades. Martyn's been talking about this a lot. People front run trades. It's the same with charts. So that's why I've always preached. If you're looking at a chart level and it's a really strong level, then you might want to buy a few cents above. It doesn't matter. That might be a lesson you take away. And until next time, just chill, see what other opportunities there are in the market, and then there'll always be another opportunity. Yeah, always. I'm still relatively new, so always happy to learn. Yes, Dan. Learning is best. Being cocky and thinking you're new and you know how to trade this and the other is the way you lose. If you are like what you're saying, as you're admitting you're relatively new and you're happy to learn, that's how you're going to win. Always learn. We always learn from each other. 139 says no. I don't think we're at 130. I see 138, 137. Now on extra, yeah. So let me the poll is bought more at support 51%, no waiting for lower prices 30%. I'm still bearish 12%, missed it waiting for the next setup 7%. Congratulations to everyone who bought at the support, that 51 cents who are up a lot, 51%. The ones who are waiting for lower prices, I believe they'll come at some point later this year, but I like to buy on the way down and have opportunities like this. I'm still bearish 12%, and then you missed it watching the next setup 7%. Most of you got it. Congratulations to you. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Martyn will be live in 23 minutes. The link to the extra channel is pinned in the comment section. So go check it out. If you stay exactly where you are, you will also be taken directly to that stream. Go and have that conversation there, and then Martyn will drop the link for his show in there as well. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.